I need you to understand what this thing opens up so many doors. But in it opening up all these doors, it also needs you to respect it and work with it.
And if you misuse it and open the wrong door, there's consequence.
Right? Yeah. You can't keep telling me, but Abos ban money, they do this.
Also, whom's that they? But also, I always say to protect how you envy people's things, because you don't know the half of how unhappy they really are behind that closed door.
Even if they're not unhappy, that's their journey.
Yeah, but also it's not even unhappy. You don't know who did they rob a bank for it. It's like kuningi man, there's consequence. That's how it is justified. And please don't ever get it wrong and say money is the root of all evil.
The love
of money is the root of all evil. Yes, unborn favorite aunt over here. I'm joking. Hi, we back 40-something. As you know, you are in the right place. My name is Gabi Mbele, and I'm chilling with
Mpho, Maboi.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Today I want to touch on something, right? And I want to say it's something because it's very precious to my heart, because I'm such a financially I'm such a planned person naturally.
Yeah.
I want to talk about money with children, right? And in general, just money and how we can teach our children money, but also there's an understanding point. There's a point where they should know how to respect it and how to treat money. Because I always say, when you abuse money, money leaves.
Absolutely.
Because it has feelings.
You have to respect it.
And I think it's also intertwined with your spirituality, your God, or your ancestors. If uyiphatha kabi imali, that's why I feel like shows like I Blew It will have that's why you didn't respect it. That's why it went away that quickly. It's called I Blew It, because there's never a point where you were grateful for it, because when you're grateful for something, you're never going to abuse it, right?
And it multiplies, you know?
There it is.
Okay, before we go anywhere, are you wearing a MAGA hat? Can we get the elephant out the room?
This is not MAGA, this is Make Africa Great Again.
Okay.
Your brother said it.
I just, because I was like, someone will be like, hey, she's wearing a MAGA hat?
No, it's not, guys. This is a basic Mr. Price cap. I liked it. It was red. I really wanted a red cap. I don't know why I wanted it. But I also didn't want to wear the community cap, which is NYLA.
Oh, it's a community cap.
Yeah, no, it's giving Sokes Nayo a goal.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
No, I don't like community things.
Guys, so now every time I wear something, I must
be considerate for yourself, and you and your community will be arriving wearing that cap.
We digress.
Money with children.
I have a very open relationship with money and my child.
All right.
Because there is just the two of us, so we are very open about where we are from a financial standpoint. But also, I like to give little lessons. Like, for instance, my son is at that phase where any little bit of change in we spend on your PlayStation, what, and one moment I'm seeing money, next moment there's in context coming, and I'm like, don't do that. Like, you have to also teach yourself, as much as you have moments of spending, you also have moments where you just watch your money grow in your account. You know, just
and it's
watch.
Nice.
Yes.
I used to like that. Yes.
And you know,
200 rand.
Yes.
And as it gets more,
exactly. And also, I always say to him, when we go somewhere and you say to me, Mommy, can we stop for ice cream? It would be nice to actually hear you say, Mommy, I'll buy you ice cream. You know,
my kid is starting to do that, and I like
constantly.
And I know I'm paying for it technically, but
yes,
I just like the thought that she thought about me.
Do you get what I mean?
Come on now, sweetie.
So that's what I'm trying to instill in him. Uguti, don't have a consumerism spirit. Also have a saving spirit, because Joe, like, money, as you say, you must respect it. If all you think about every time it comes is it going out, it might come less frequently. But if it comes and you let it stay, it might call its friends, you know? So allow it the opportunity to call its friends. But having said that, I mean, I remember the one time we were having a conversation about him wanting something that I thought was expensive. And I said to him, I can't get that for you now. let's wait until month end or whatever. I can't remember the period.
Yeah.
And I said to him, the problem with you is that sometimes you think I'm rich. That's what my son said.
Yes, you are rich.
No, I know you're not rich, but you're financially stable, Ngati. I don't even know what that means.
receive.
No, but I don't even know what that means. What do you mean? Like, I know you're not rich, but I know you're financially stable. Therefore, I can do what I want, when I want, how I want. Because nakona, our kids have no concept of month end like we had.
No, it's always there.
Right? So because they don't have that concept of month end, there are times when I will say no for the sake of you understanding Uguti. You're not going to get what you want, when you want, how you want. Because I wake up in the morning and I go to work. You are not the one that wakes up with me in the morning. What you do is go to school and you make sure that you pass. Those are the two things that you owe me.
You only have one job. I always say that to your money,
You know what I mean? So when that is what you are doing, Mina, in return, what I then have to do is go out there, hustle, work, whatever you want to call it, so that you have a roof over your head, you have food in your stomach, you've got clothes on your back, and you have an education. You know, I can only go so far, but the rest of the journey, you're going to have to take yourself and carry yourself. So you have to learn the lessons now. But even in that, I never want to bring in a spirit of poverty either. I'm very careful about not bringing that spirit of poverty.
And I'm going to say this, I generally do have like frank conversations where I do explain how things work, right? Because I'm also such a planned person. I want, tell me now so that I know to save up for it by this point, right?
Yes.
And Shem, I think I witnessed my child hold on to something that is literally, so we have a hand-me-down spirit in my family. So she had an iPhone 6, which was mine, and then my sister needed a phone when she was going to, I think, second year university. Then I bought her phone, and then she took my sister's phone, which is an 8+, right? But my kid genuinely said something to me. She's like, she would like to one day, and it broke my heart to a certain extent. She was like, she would like to one day own a brand new phone and unbox an actual phone. I hope she never watches this episode, but I'm buying her for her birthday, I'm buying her an iPhone.
I just did the same thing for Tato recently.
Really? And she was like,
phone and he was like,
and when she was talking about it, yes, she never, has never, and it hit me now, she's actually never owned a phone that was hers from scratch, right? And I'm just like, okay,
and that was
I'm gonna break the bank for it.
only reason I bought Tato's phone, because I was like, my son has never owned a phone that has never been handed down. Let me buy him something that when you are going to set it up from scratch. So you have that experience. And I'm hoping that when you have that experience, it will encourage you to want to do more things for yourself.
Yes,
I knew, you know what I mean? Like now he keeps asking me for Jordans and I'm like, those things are not cheap. But
I know
you are going to work your way. Yeah, you're going to work your way to it. You know, you have to work your way to us getting you a pair of Jordans. You can't just wake up and say, oh, these things are so popular. Everybody has a pair of Jordans. I also want one. And they're just going to fall out of the sky.
Yeah.
Work, earn them.
And I think, this is the thing. And I often find like Amani's friends do this to her where they like,
oh, the peer pressure.
I wish. No, they always say they wish I was their mom.
The cool mom syndrome.
But also with that, I wonder if she tells them the truth. Like, my mom actually saves for it for a whole year.
Yeah.
Or does she make them think, I just woke up and I decided to buy the iPhone?
Hey, that
do you know what I mean? Like, I'll never know that.
Yeah.
But it's like when I look and I hear these kids say these things about me, I'm just like, I wonder what you think I do. Like, if only they knew me, I'm chica. Like, there's things that I also would not do in public because my mom did them to me in public, so I don't want my child to feel that feeling because I know what it's like. Like, ngeke ngimchike phakathi kwabantu. Amanye mina ngiyambiza. Aman, wozala. And then I'll close the door, bro, and then I'll crash out.
You know, it's funny.
You fucking think this is your house. And then when I come out, hi, Amanisma. Hi, sweetie. How are you? But what I never want her to ever feel is embarrassed by me. I'll never crash out in public, right?
And I did it deliberately because I needed to teach him a lesson.
Oh.
Where I fetched him from a school event in front of all his friends. because
No, that's a different lesson. Not that we do need.
Because he decided at the time that he was supposed to come back, he switched off his phone. I was like, oh, we're going there. Oh, you're going there with me?
It's that thing shy. Shy again.
Do you get what I mean? So I drove to the school, I walked in, and I just looked at him, and I heard all his friends go, ooh! I was like, done. My job here is done. I don't even have to look at you. And he walked, he scurried. I could see him with his tail between his legs, and he followed me to the car because I was like, we're not doing this. If you say to me, and that for me is part of the lessons about us living together in the house, give me the opportunity to trust you. So I need to be able to trust you implicitly. If you say, "Mo 6, I'll be back," let me not even question Wuti. By 10 to 6, I am going to see an Uber notification. You are coming back. Do you get what I mean? But if manje uzocima my phone, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. You know? So even with money, I've also had to learn I mustn't rush his lessons. So, for instance, I had done, I think for 2 months in a row, I did the whole, I'm going to give you your tuck money for
at
the
once.
whole month.
Yeah, but I want to see how you manage it. He blew it.
Ngwanaka abamureki khureki slash puppy. I'm like, but what are you doing? He's like, I was just buying for my friends. I'm like, you're buying for your friends?
Amani went and bought makeup, so her sperm taught me. Oh, gee.
Her father.
Yeah, the other parent that's not available.
You really struggled to give him a name.
I don't want to give him a title. I mean, she has him save as dad. That's so sad. I feel so sorry for her sometimes because I'm like,
that's her journey.
He can disappear when he wants to, right?
But that's her journey.
And true. And
I
also
allow her do not put any energy.
Oh no,
towards
I don't. I just think it's
funny.
What
you just saying?
She laughs about it.
No, but what you're saying, it's gonna end badly. Don't.
No, I don't. Not to her. No. I just watch it happen. That's it. Because I know.
Leave it.
It's not my place. It's not. Yeah. It's also not mine to own. Right.
Yeah.
That's true. So he donated money to her bank
donated,
account.
Not gave her money. He donated.
It happens once a year, guys.
Mara,
Can I just allow it to be a donation?
Gabi.
Because you don't donate every year. You donate once a year in real life. Okay, but anyway, yeah.
Okay,
let me have my moment.
Gave her money.
Donated some finances to her bank account, right? Do you know, Mangabe, Amani has an allowance from me, right, monthly.
Yeah.
And I think she respects her allowance.
Uh-huh.
Let me show you how to spend money.
Boxer.
Babies, do you know when I say we walked into Plix, the whole of Essence yathengwa. Ngathi mntana mbeka athi vele ngiyaqala ukuyibona ngiyagcina namhlanje. And ngathi, I'm so happy for you, my dear. I'm so happy for you because what do you mean? Udlali I blew it when I came back. She played that money. She was like, and then now I think she thinks that well is always going to be open. And I think that's her journey. That's also another thing, right? Because she knows she can only do that with his money and not with my money. Because I've taught her, if you malunga ihloniphi, iyahamba nayo because it needs to be respected. Money is it's God's way of lessons, I suppose, also, right?
Yes.
Because if I give it to you, treat it the way you wanted it.
When you lacked it to treat you, yeah.
But also when you lacked it, remember when you're begging and saying, God, I will do this and I'll do this. Do it. Because now I'm giving it in abundance so that you can do those things.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think the chat is always that with her. And when I say to her, when she asks me for something and I say, when do you need it by? She knows that things need to be saved for.
And planned for.
Yes. Because when you start making your kids or your children not have that respect for money, I blew it as an episode, but they will live it.
Hence I say, utato, sometimes I will deliberately say no. Because you need to understand that money is not readily available. There's responsibilities.
It doesn't fall from the tree.
It doesn't fall from a tree, right? So even if ikona, it doesn't mean you must always get it as and when you want. Because that's not how life works. You know what I mean? So life doesn't work that way. It's not when I wake up and I decide, mommy, I'm going to the movies with my friends, or my favorite now because they're in that phase, we're going to go to Monte Casino. We're just
going to walk around. I swear to you, I always go.
And then you're like, okay, so this walking around, I know it's going to cost me money.
Because you're going to be hungry at some point, right, when you're walking around.
You know?
And it's chocolate.
And the amount he will say, like, no, I need maybe 500. Unayo.
Okay, I should be grateful because Amani doesn't understand money like that.
I know.
Amani will say, can I have 20 rand? And I'll feel bad.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh my God, nothing is sold at 20 rand, bro. But I'll never tell her because I love that she respects it that much, right?
Yes.
To say, let me ask within reason.
My
and
son.
then I'll go, okay, how much is it? So what I always make her do is research how much something costs. So that you come back with a well-researched response, right? When she said, guys,
Tata knows the cost of everything.
She took her 5 rand yesterday from the car. I felt so bad. I was like, does she know that you can't find anything for 5 rand?
Tata knows the cost of everything. But then again, he's a boy. So boys always want to know, okay.
How do I? And they like dismantling things.
Yeah,
Bafana is so cut the whole fridge if it was up to him, just so that he can mental it back again.
Absolutely.
Because he was curious on why the noise, it makes that
yes. So also, because remember when they move as a pack, because I don't even call them a friendship group, it's like a pack of boys. They know, okay, so maskazata, when was on 500, when was on, but at the same time, I'm very cautious. Coming back to him being
don't let him be the one who's got the most amount.
Yes.
Don't
give too much money, because also giving too much money and them having too much time on their hands will give him an opportunity to then want to experiment with things they have no business experimenting with. Alcohol. And we are outside of alcohol, we are in the era of the vapes, guys. Vaping is like a massive thing in their age group. So if you're giving them too much money, you're also tempting them to try things that they have no business trying.
Amanda came back from school the other day and she's like, there's a kid who got, I think, suspended for vaping.
Yeah.
And she got it.
Yeah.
She got it.
Yeah.
She got it.
Yeah.
You may have seen me do it, but doesn't mean you have a right to do it. Yeah.
But like I say, if she doesn't have the funds to do that,
to sustain that lifestyle,
then she's less likely to even try. But the moment you constantly give your kids too much money that they don't know what to do with it, I believe, and that's just my belief, and I could be wrong, I believe you open up those floodgates of them being experimental.
Because then the mind wanders, and if it knows that it can afford it, it will often start tailing to that.
Yes.
Because then it's only 110 rand. Because there's no respect for the 110 rand because my mom can give me 500.
Yes.
I hear you. I hear you. That's actually that's valid.
So even when they are walking around the mall, I limit the time that you're walking around the mall. You're not walking around the mall ebusuku, because sometimes they have this thing you would say, no, we're going to go there at 5 and we'll come back at 8. I'm like, why are you going there in the evening? Also, why are you going there in the evening? Why aren't you zularing during the day?
You know, and now that you say that, I now get why Emma shop bus landela.
Yes.
It's not because it's these people that are just wandering around.
But there's also an element of peer pressure. Because remember, when you have too much time on your hands, then they start urging one another to do certain things like, I bet you you'll never steal
take that
that
chocolate.
You know?
I'd murder someone.
So sometimes not as much as we want to give our kids freedom.
Amani, I'd take myself to the cops with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell them I'm about to kill her.
Yes.
Because wow.
What are you doing?
Lord.
Yeah.
Wow.
So having this conversation around scary. Money and behavior around money is very, very important, because you empower them not only from a financial perspective, I feel
also
like from a decision-making perspective, you know, because the decisions you make around your money will sometimes have an impact on your future. It might be a small decision like, okay, I've got 50 rand in my pocket, but I'm not going to pay for this chocolate. I'm going to go steal it. Then the next thing, arrested. Then
now you've got a record. Now you can't now you can't earn the money yourself. Yeah, because
now your whole life is affected because of one chocolate.
No. And I think those we have to as parents, and I honestly want to encourage it. Have a conversation with your child and try not to speak ill about money to your child.
Yes.
Saying angnamal is bad. Be honest. Because
Yes.
I can honestly say there's things that you probably remember and they cause PTSD. They cause so many things in kids where the only thing they remember about you and will resent you for when they are older. Or my mom will always say I'm broke. But remember, when you speak ill, which then comes to the trail when I was saying in spirituality, I also practice this universal thing. When you speak it
from your lips to God's ears.
There it is.
So if you say "Auna mali," then the
it
universe
starts,
says, "Oh,
no, it starts depreciating itself.
Yeah.
It walks away from you because
Yes.
you have told it, I don't have it.
Aiko.
Fact.
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah.
So I think that's that conversation with children. You need to rather say, can we do it another day?
Yes.
And I've always said, term it in a different way. So I started this thing with Amani where we do our monthly us time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact that me working, being an individual parent, and then I've also got that layer of school as well. It's my last year this year. And then I've also got that layer where I'm doing this with you now, you know. I've encouraged her to pick up activities.
Mm-hmm.
Those activities cost money, so I'm gonna carry it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have to own it. But I've also encouraged her to, if we go out on this is the day when we can play I Blow It together.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
So I will say the budget is 500 rand,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's excluding the activity.
I
of
like
choice.
that because I also do that when we go shopping. He has to work within a budget.
Yes.
Yeah, so that nabo they are conscious.
Which I can't cross this amount. Yes.
And
yes.
if I am picking out things, I need to do mental maths because that's also a nice thing. I love to teach my kid maths because I'm just like, you will never do math lit under my roof.
No.
Never.
That's
One,
built
you're not dropping maths. Two, you will never do maths lit. But anyway, so I'm always teaching him to do mental maths while you're busy picking up things. You must be calculating in your head, which okay, in my budget, sis Lila.
And it's knowing what you know now, because you're not cooking it from nowhere. Your parents did it to you, your aunts, your siblings, whoever. You were it at some point, right? So those lessons undo where it was broken, where it caused some kind of breakage to you, right? And I think when you start having the conversation about money with children, first of all, you need to not demonize it. Tell them, money is lovely. Oh, money is great.
And having access to money is beautiful, guys. People who say money will not make you happy. Bring it my way. No, but also bring it my way. Angisho doesn't make you happy. Money makes me happy. I love having access to everything. You know, I love having the ability to wake up and say, I want A, B, C, and D, and having the ability to get it. You know what I mean?
As and when I crave it, as and when I want it. Yeah.
And that is something I want for my child. So when I say to you, respect money, it's not because I'm trying to create a mentality of lack. I need you to understand which this thing opens up so many doors. But in it opening up all these doors, it also needs you to respect it and work with it.
And if you misuse it and open the wrong door, there's consequence.
Right?
Yeah.
You know? So this money conversation when it comes to our kids is sometimes a complicated one.
I like that they think we are rich. I think I'm always like, I receive, Lord. Yeah. Whatever this is, this kid thinks I'm a millionaire. And I love it for me. Because she goes and she's like, ooh, like we are poor man, kids dream and it's such weird dreams.
And it's beautiful dreams,
yeah,
though.
like, ooh, we have Netflix. Like, do you think I could get, what's that YouTube music? YouTube Forever. I don't know what that thing is, but like apparently you can buy YouTube Premium. Subscribe to it. Yeah.
YouTube Premium.
Like she got herself YouTube Premium. She's like, ooh.
I don't have to watch ads.
Yeah, I'm like, where do you think we are? Like, what is this, right? And there's things that I do that I think we need to communicate these days. Like, I pay for Disney for the whole year. I don't pay for Disney monthly.
Yeah.
Angithandi manje isikwelete singibelesela singibakele same with school fees. I pay for school fees in January because that is such an irritating feeling. Every month I'm it.
Yes.
Ipheke mina njalo mina. Manje ngemali yami futhi.
But also you can't breathe. So when you
There it
have
is.
that ability to do something and do it once off, do it once off.
I agree.
You know, but nakhona ungazkhami just because, you know.
Yeah.
So these lessons, guys.
No, but that's the thing with kids. There is that thing. If you don't teach them that those things are possible, they start thinking being in debt is okay.
And that's not okay.
Yeah, that's not okay. Because if you don't teach, like, and I think the lesson with the phone for me is when she gets it, she'll actually fully appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely.
Because she's now known that she will have an old phone until she behaves, until she applies herself in school.
Yes.
Until you show me.
But you see, even that, the saying you need to earn something, what I tend to think is the lesson for Tato is you wake up every day and you work for this money thing.
It is.
You know, because I also want to instill a proper work ethic in him to say, I wake up every morning, 4:00, I'm up. You hear me all the time. I'm at work at 5. I need to make sure that I do what I need to do
so
for this money is available. So now where you can't just think, oh, because my mommy worked hard, I'm automatically going. That's why I hate kids who will say, "Ngi rich." Like, no, you're not.
That's your mama's money.
What do you mean, ngi rich?
Ngi rich gini? Yeah.
Go rich gini?
Oh yeah.
You know, gini ba rich.
And they answer questions like they work for it. I'm like, no.
And that's another thing. So sometimes I sit with Tato and I say, please don't compare yourself to your friends. Because you have so Tato's got like this group of friends that have like really wealthy parents, right? And he wants to compare which Gabo's banbani bayenza, so Gabo's banbani bayenza. I'm like, yo, don't tell me ukuthi my friend went to Italy. Okay. Good for them. We're not there yet.
Did I ever tell you that money once said it and I opened the door in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
And I said, I'll gladly help you pack. Which clothes would you like to take with you to that house?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you want to tell me would you like to leave? Because
yes. Please. You can't keep telling me but Abos ban money they do this.
Also, whom's are they? But also I always say to protect how you envy people's things, because you don't know the half of how unhappy they really are behind that closed door.
Even if they're not unhappy, that's their journey.
Yeah, but also it's not even unhappy. You don't know which did they rob a bank for it. Like kuningi man, there's consequence. That's how it is justified. And please don't ever get it wrong and say money is the root of all evil.
The love
of money is the root of all evil, right?
Yeah.
So it may be incorrectly gained. Mm-hmm. But when it's incorrectly gained, that's when it is easy to abuse, right? But if you work for it, that's when it's easy for you to enjoy it, because you have worked for it. It's a reward to self.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's why I also don't hate on people who have copious amounts of money and are spoiling their kids. For them. I love it for you. And that's your journey with your children. But for some of us who are not in that situation, allow us to have our conversations with our kids within reason. Yes, within reason. If I am teaching my kid you can't come and make my life difficult, or even worse, parents who put you under pressure to say, but the girls are going wherever and it's only gonna cost. Do you see what I mean? So sometimes Nati, as parents, we're also unfair to one another. We want to put ourselves on the back foot because your friends are all doing this. I don't want my kid to be left behind. So I then put myself in financial constraint because I don't want to have an honest money conversation with my kid. So imagine because my kid can't be left out. And there's nothing wrong with teaching your kids, but you can't do everything all the time.
That does make me sad, and I think the scenario with the phone thing also, I like that brand. So I don't want her to not have other brands, right? And I like sneakers, so she has really expensive sneakers. But in no instance am I saying to the other parent, you must get that. So because I want to say, it's unfair for me to not give to my child because now you feel like I'm putting pressure on you, right? I just feel like the adults, they must also play their part, right? I work damn hard for this, but I find it very weird when it's the house that has two parents that will then shun me
Yep.
for overgiving to my child,
Yep.
right? And it's not overgiving. They don't know the half of why and how I got it, right? So for me, I'm also parenting from a place where I'm saying no one else will do it for my child. I'm it. So I don't want her to ever feel like she's unequal to whatever. There's also that guilt, right? So that's my guilt, right? She didn't choose to be here. I chose for her to be here. So I'm mandatory, I'm obligated to service that.
On that note, it brings me, because we're both raising teenage kids who are getting to that point of dating. Are you having that conversation? Because that's another money conversation. Now, when you're saying...
What's just to remind you, I'm Zulu, hey?
I get that. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because you are a very independent woman who likes to do things for yourself. Yeah. What money lessons are you teaching Amani when it comes to dating and dependence on men? Because that's a whole other money conversation that at some or other point will have to crop up. You can't go on a date with money, for instance. Do you get what I mean?
I hear you. Okay, so I think we've had this conversation, and I don't think the conversation was dating per se.
Yes.
I think it was with her friends.
Just going out.
Yeah.
You can't leave the house.
Let's go to the mall thing.
Yes. You can't leave the house with nothing in your pocket.
What happens when you're thirsty? What happens if something happens? How are you going to call me?
Yes.
So there's all those scenarios that are put into place, right? And for me, you can't just throw it on me.
Yeah.
Plan it.
Yeah.
Because then it makes sense, right? I can fit it in my budget. I can do this, I can do that.
Yeah.
But that's when I also started the allowance thing, because I then felt like she can't do with it, but she knows that it's her well, and if that well runs dry, it's her fault. It has nothing to do with me. I've given it, so you must maintain and sustain that well.
I mean, I still don't trust Tato financially.
She's got a card, so...
Tato has a card, Mara. I limit it
the trust is... Okay, so the trust is I don't tell her how much there is.
Tato has the app, he knows.
See, that's the part. So, okay, I've also lied to my kid and said the app is only for adults.
Tato is very...
I'm the parent.
Tato goes
I get to lie to her, so
Tato goes to a tech school. So there's nothing that has to do with technology that you can lie to him about.
No, I think I like it. She's naive and I love it for my baby.
Shamina, my son goes to a tech school.
She's sure she needs to be 18.
When it comes to technology, he will tell you, Mommy, I know this is available. I need this. I need you to do that. Like even now with Discovery, I was told, Guti, I'm about to turn 14. From the time I'm 14, I can earn my own vitality points. So when I turn 14, please can you give me access to... Yay, there's nothing...
What do you mean?
No, when he goes for his football training, he wants to be able to earn points. Dude, there's nothing in technology that you will like to.
You are it.
When it comes to those things, Hashem. And I allow him, because I'm like, you know what? I'm a very tech-driven person. So to have an equally tech-driven somebody in the house makes my life easy. But at the same time, it makes it difficult because I can't lie. I can't lie about it.
So the only thing I genuinely,
because then he will come back to me and say, Mommy,
you are it.
I was speaking to Alexa, and Alexa says,
and Alexa app, ne? And
Alexa says, sometimes also, my other thing I like about Alexa, then he says, Alexa, what is this maths formula? What's the answer? I'm like, you can't get Alexa to do your homework, my brother.
No, Amani's discovered ChatGPT.
You can't get AI to do your homework.
Mind-blowing stuff.
You must do your homeworks from your head. Like, so it's a problem. But like I say,
let's have that conversation. Yeah.
Technology is a problem because there's elements where I cannot lie to
and
my
if
child.
I'm not telling her, TikTok will tell her.
But even your lifestyle. So if you're going to lie to your kid and make it seem like we are poor, like your kids' friends are going to come back and say, your mom is posting about this. Do you know how much they need? Your mom is wearing these sneakers. Do you know how much they are? Bro. And then before they know it, 1 + 1 is, mama. No, but you know how kids are. Then they start internalizing it in, my mom doesn't love me enough. Because she's not spending that kind of money. generation depression.
My father operated from a place of abundance where he would, when it was so-and-so's birthday, which was also, I think that's weird, we all got PSPs. It was my brother's birthday, by the way, and I find that very sad that my dad used to try equalize everything like that. But obviously, I'm no longer in the budget. But when it was my sister's, I think 13th birthday, she wanted an iPhone. My dad bought her an iPhone, but also bought one for my brother. But that equalizing thing, I liked it because I also felt that. But also, what I'm getting to in my 40s now is rewarding myself and rewarding my child equally.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that's where she's getting the iPhone.
So if I work hard and I get to a particular goal, then why aren't we celebrating? Because it's also teaching your kids to celebrate the little things.
Yeah, that's a good chat about money. Tell us how you do it as a parent. Tell us how you do it for your nephews if you're an aunt, right? Because we've got rich aunts, so we're not taking that away from you. And I mean, we've shared our experience. So please like and subscribe, follow us, catch up on all the other episodes. Let's talk, let's make this a conversation so that we're not just dictating. It is an open floor for all of us to engage. With that said, Gabi Mbele signing out and Mpho Maboi out.
Bye.